Welcome to part one of a four-part series covering the San Antonio missions. Today's stop is Mission Concepcion. I want to preface this by saying that even though I studied Spanish for 2 years in high school, I know that my pronunciation is not the best. So if my pronunciation of Spanish is bad, I apologize in advance. Lo siento. The following information is from the Texas Historical Commission. 4 of the 5 surviving Spanish colonial missions in and around San Antonio comprise the San Antonio Missions National Historical Park. With the National Park Service as steward, this chain of architectural treasures, all within a hike or bike of each other, provides much of our understanding of our Spanish colonial past. The park and its missions offer heritage travelers an impressive experience covering historical highlights, including a look at the oldest unrestored stone church in the country, Mission Concepcion. Also included in these missions is one known as the Queen of the Missions, Mission San Jose, and the largest of the missions, fully restored to its original design in the 1930s by the WPA. Another one is the restored acequias, or irrigation canals, of Mission San Juan and Mission Espada, the first mission built in Texas. All 4 missions continue to be active Catholic parishes and hold regular services unless special preservation projects require temporary closure. The missions and their grounds are considered archaeological sites, so preservation is a key factor of mission stewardship, and in fact, new discoveries occasionally occur. This National Historical Park also hosts special events throughout the year at the 4 mission sites, including music concerts, mission-to-mission bike rides, and educational programs for both children and adults. The Spanish missions around San Antonio were secularized in the early 1800s. However, Mission Concepcion was likely an active parish in 1835 during the Revolution. At the Battle of Concepcion, Texian revolutionaries defeated Mexican troops. Back then, Spanish missionaries established these walled communities throughout what was then called Tejas to assimilate indigenous people into the Spanish Empire's religion and culture. After the Revolution, many of the missions fell into disrepair, but they remain a beautiful and important part of the regional history and identity. The following information is from the National Parks Service. Enduring time and elements for more than 250 years, Mission Concepcion stands as one of the country's oldest remaining original stone churches. But mortar and stone are not all that remain of the vibrant mission community. Though the mission served as a religious center, missionaries provided much more than spiritual guidance. They instructed indigenous inhabitants to function as a European community. Spanish settlers made rapid, fundamental, and permanent change, most dramatically among the indigenous groups. This new society, neither wholly indigenous nor wholly Spanish, has continually evolved to become the predominant culture of South Texas. Otherwise known as Mission Nuestra Señora de la Purísima Concepción de Acuña, it was originally founded in 1716 in what is now eastern Texas. The mission was one of 6 authorized by the government to serve as a buffer against the threat of French incursion into Spanish territory from Louisiana. Developed by Spanish Franciscan friars, and after a tenuous existence and several moves, the mission was transferred to its present site in 1731. This handsome stone church took about 15 years to build and was dedicated in 1755. It appears very much as it did over 2 centuries ago. Due to the fact that it was built directly on bedrock, it never lost its roof or its integrity. It remains the least restored of the colonial structures within the park. The integrity of the church and convento roofs and Mission Concepcion prevented the deterioration of many fine examples of frescoes. This tediously applied art form covered the front of the church and most of the church and convento interiors. Today, only 4 rooms clearly show remnants of these colorful designs painted over 250 years ago. While many of the existing frescoes are simply decorative, several are symbolic. The most famous fresco is located on the convento room ceiling. There are 2 buildings just outside of the mission, including the gift shop and education center and the Padre Margil Pilgrimage Center. This center honors Padre Antonio Margil de Jesus, who walked countless miles spreading the gospel of Christ. Here, you and your family can learn more about Padre Margil, the Franciscans who helped establish these missions, and so much more through interactive technology. Children, young and old, can take part in children's activities or sit quietly with a book in the book nook. They also want you to take some time to watch their video on pilgrimage to the missions. It is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you wish to donate to Mission Concepcion, the link to their donation website is on this video description.